Live from Town Square Towers at the heart of the Jersey Shore. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Get up, get out, do something. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. It is 6:10 a.m. Thursday, April 21st. 43 degrees, getting up to 70 today. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. News Talk Radio. Streaming live on the Radio Pup app and WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160 to join the conversation. And we are talking now with Paul Barlo, Barlo and Associates Architects. Good morning, Paul.
Jeremy, good to see you.
Oh, great to see you. So, Paul, architecture. How did you get what got you interested in architecture? How did you go down this road?
Well, I was always interested in artwork, and so I decided that architecture might be a good venue besides just drawing pictures to be able to create things. And the life-changing thing about going to architecture was I won a scholarship to study at the University of Notre Dame in Rome, Italy. For not designing a church, believe it or not. The competition was to design a church in Washington, D.C. in a park, and it was around Earth Day. So I decided it was really stupid to wreck the park. I put the entire church underground, put some shafts and columns in it, and said that a church shouldn't just be used on Sundays. It should be used all week for a daycare center and other social things. So I won first prize for not designing a church. And wound up in Rome, Italy, studying at Notre Dame, and that was a life-changing experience for me and got me really into the architecture field.
Really? So this was Notre Dame in Rome, Italy?
Right. Their fourth-year program is overseas, and then from Italy, we went back to South Bend, Indiana.
Oh, I was going to say, how's the football team over there?
It's not so good over there. Soccer,
not so
maybe.
Great. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's awesome. But that's what it is, though. It's about thinking outside of the box, though. I mean, that was clearly thinking outside of the box.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was the beginning.
So how do you then go from, so it's kind of a leap. So I assume when you started in architecture, you worked for someone, right?
I did. I worked for a planning firm up in North Jersey and Newark and commuted back and forth from Brick up to Newark. And then I decided to start my own little practice down here. And I started out, believe it or not, doing artwork. It was called Ink Incorporated.
Right.
And I was going door to door asking about doing renderings for people's houses and people's cars, people's boats. And I handed out a leaflet in Manilokin, and this owner said, hey, do this, that, and that. And I did like 10 different sketches of his house and the things. And he said, these are really good, but what do you really do? I said, well, I'm an architect. He said, well, do 10 sketches of what this house should look like.
Right.
So I did. I came back, and it turned out to be a 20,000 square foot house. It was like my first commission and just kicked things off back in 1980 for me.
Really? And so you've been in business for yourself now for the last 36 years?
37 years doing architecture. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. And so, I mean, that must have been a leap, though, at the time, going from kind of working for someone and having that steady paycheck to saying, hey, let me go. And at the time, you must have been like, 11, 12 years old, right?
No, it's I had a new son at the time and a little scary. My wife was a school teacher, so it helped a little bit to steady things out. But from that first commission, we've grown to 10 architects now under my firm, which is we do a lot of waterfront development, a lot of commercial buildings, work for the county, work for Brick Township as well.
Right.
A lot of great projects.
And has I know this is horrible, but since Sandy, has business really boomed? I mean, have you had a lot more work to do now that there's so much reconstruction and so much work being done?
Well, things were pretty steady before the storm.
Right.
But the storm was life-changing for me and for a lot of people down here. We're still doing lifts. We're doing where houses were totally demolished. We're doing new construction. We've been working a lot with the Visitation Relief Center, trying to help people get them back in their houses. There's still thousands of people out of their homes. It's pretty sad. It's
a crazy thing, and and I think that folks are of the misconception that we're repaired.
Yeah, right? It's not over.
No,
but it's better. The shore is really going to be a lot stronger going forward.
Right. So, when you were working up in North Jersey, and you decided though you wanted to be close to home, you were going to take your trade down here. So, back in 1980, I mean, I guess it actually ended up okay for you because Ocean County in the mid 80s turned out to be the second fastest growing county in the country, right?
It was a reason why I wanted to establish down here. North Jersey, you're doing additions, renovations, maybe some commercial work, but the Jersey Shore was the wild, wild west, quite frankly. And people are a lot more whimsical. It's their second homes. They want to do exciting things, and the water. It's just a fantastic place to practice architecture.
Right. And do you still, at this point, do a lot of the work yourself, or are you more pulling the strings?
I still meet with all of the clients, and I really enjoy that part. I enjoy the designing part. I certainly have a bunch of talented guys with me. I'm the dinosaur. I still use a pen and pencil where everybody else is on computers, and so
isn't that cheating, Paul? Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's cheating.
So I mean, I've seen like I shouldn't say this, but like I see the way even Brian Hanlon does his sculptures, and it's there's these computers involved, and I'm like, wait, what? I thought you just took you had a hammer and a spike, and you just you created something. It doesn't happen like that anymore.
No, it's a
right?
totally different way to think as well when you're putting something together. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, but you've obviously done okay making the leap there.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, cool. So, but I think what's most fascinating about you though is successful business, grown a successful business over 36, 37 years here at the Jersey Shore, but you've also been super active in a number of organizations, from a giving back standpoint. So first I'll go to the one that I think is really the most business oriented, and that's MODC. So you are currently is it the chairman or the president? I never know.
President of MODC.
So you're the president of MODC. So what is MODC?
MODC is a networking and business advocacy group. We have 350 members strong, influential business community and government leaders that represent a lot of diverse groups in the Bi-County region. And we have luncheons every month. Ben Waldron's our executive director. He's a tireless worker. I've been a member for 30 years. I love the organization. We do seminars, workshops. We have special events. Tonight we have a paint, nibble, and sip at the Girl Scouts right here in Toms River, which is where you do the artwork. And, so it's very diverse. We have a good time. We also have a lot of resolutions submitted to the government officials for whatever causes we have here in Ocean County. I know Ben's going to meet with the Lieutenant Governor this afternoon along with you and several other people regarding the concerns here in Ocean County.
And so MODC is the Monmouth Ocean Development Council, for those of you that don't know. And the best way that I can kind of wrap up MODC is I look at it like the Chamber of Commerce on steroids. It's like if you took the local chambers of commerce, the next step up would be the Monmouth Ocean Development Council, because it's really kind of brings the two counties together as opposed to just individual towns. But we are up against a break. We're going to talk more with Paul Barlo about the Jersey Shore, but also about some of his passions around nonprofits, et cetera, here, and some of the great work that he's been helping to do at the Jersey Shore. Be right back with more Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin after this.
Everything you need to know about the Jersey Shore. This is Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310.
Hey, welcome back. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. It is 6:22 on April 21st. It's April 21st. That I can't believe how fast the days are going. We are almost there. We are almost in summer. I cannot wait to see those Facebook posts of people's toes. That's great. I love it. It's one of my favorites. We're here with Paul Barlo, architect, and as I said in my Facebook post, all around great guy. So, Paul, you were also you were honored this past Saturday by Big Brothers Big Sisters as the Dr. Kenneth Kerr Humanitarian of the Year. Why don't you tell us a little about your involvement with Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Well, funny, it does tie in with architecture in the sense that it's not just about building. It's about building the fabric of the community. And I've been involved in a lot of nonprofits over the years. And 15 years ago, I was roped in by Matt Smith and a couple other people that thought that we needed a chapter here in Ocean County. And I've been working with Sue Sedovic and her staff, tireless people for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Ocean County, and it's been extremely rewarding over the years. We've grown so much, but unfortunately we still have 150 littles on a waiting list, and that's what it's all about, raising money and finding mentors and getting those littles matched up.
Right.
So.
Right. And that's I always say about Big Brothers Big Sisters, it's an odd dynamic because you talk about 150 unmatched, and that number unfortunately will probably never be zero, because the more kids that you match up, the more kids that are going to come out of the woodwork and kind of need help. Right?
That's so true.
And so it's a great program. Whoa. It's a great program. It's super important for our kids. I was at actually a really great event with Big Brothers Big Sisters the other day at Walnut Street Elementary School, where they had a motivational speaker come and talk to kids at Walnut Street Elementary with their bigs from Toms River High School North. And it is so great seeing kids that frankly need a little extra help, need a little extra support, and seeing them kind of open up and just be kids, right? Like they should all be able to. And you've done a fantastic job over a number of years, being really one of the pioneers here at the Jersey Shore for Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yeah. My favorite event with them was when we did this, that broke the record for the Guinness number of sandcastles. Yeah. Because it was parents and kids, it was mentors and kids, and everybody was involved, and Kevin Williams was there doing the announcement, and it was on the beach, and it was just an absolutely fabulous day. Yeah. So now, didn't you do this whole layout? You literally designed this whole thing so that you guys could take the record. The most sandcastles in 1 hour. Yeah. It was quite the feat. Yeah. And then the record was broken. Yeah. Right? We have to get back and try this again. Yeah. So I got to just say, first of all, it's crazy to me that somebody says, let's go break the record for most sandcastles in an hour. But what's even more crazy is that somebody says, within a year or two later, we're gonna take that record back. Really? I mean, there are some records that you're just what? Oh, anyway, but I digress. Okay. You are also involved with the Beach Center here, which is a combination of the People's Pantry, the Monmouth Ocean Food Bank, and the John Bon Jovi Soul Kitchen. So yeah, that's been an exciting project. I can't wait to get that place open, and it's kind of a unique concept to have all those three in one building. And there's a really state-of-the-art kitchen there, a facility to teach kids a profession to become chefs, and then it's attached to the Bon Jovi Soul Kitchen, and the People's Pantry is up and running now, and it's just been a fantastic project. I'm happy to see it happen here in Ocean County. Right, and another project. It's a bittersweet thing because you're exactly. It's a great project, but my God, we need fact that we need that kind of a facility here in Ocean County is sad. The statistics of 1 in 10 people in Ocean County use the food bank for some need. Right, that's a pretty staggering. Number. Think about that. 10% have some kind of an issue with food that they need that additional support. Yep. So that's great. It's great that you are involved in that. Not great to I understand. You got what I'm saying. All right. Okay. Good. Okay. So Paul Barlo here, Barlo and Associates Architects. But again, that's really just the tip of the iceberg. Just the top of the sandcastle as to what Paul works on. MODC. Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Beach Center, etc. When we come back, Paul, and this is, I'm interested because you are a super creative guy, right? I'm telling you, I look at your Facebook posts and everything, and there's always some artistic angle to it, or just some funny joke because you have that personality. Mm-hmm. But it's always interesting, right? I actually have Facebook post envy. I'm not going to lie. All right, but when we come back, we are going to give you the magic wand and see what you're going to do. And I know it's not just going to be something run-of-the-mill. It's going to be exciting. So I'm not putting any pressure on you whatsoever. Paul Barlo, architect, Barlo and Associates, right here at the Jersey Shore. We'll be back after news. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. Stay tuned.
The news is next. Live from the WOBM Newsroom, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Live from the Jersey Shore to the world, Get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Take the show wherever you go. Download the free Radio Pup app for your smartphone and tablet. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Welcome back. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. It is 6:34, Thursday, April 21st, 43 degrees. Getting up to 70 today. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. News Talk Radio. Streaming live on the Radio Pup app and WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160. We are here with Paul Barlo, Barlo and Associates, architects. Right, and that's right. Yeah, I mean, he put his name in it because he runs it, he owns it. So, I mean, it's like Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. It's, anyway. Paul, it did occur to me. So, have you met Bon Jovi?
Oh, several times.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah. So does he like if you were having a birthday party or something, he's coming to play or?
No, not exactly.
No, is he a cool dude?
He's very cool.
Yeah.
Dorothea is really running the project, and John kind of.
Is that his wife?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, isn't that? Let's be fair. I mean,
he said, just be careful about the budget. That's what. That's the only thing he told me.
That's all he said. Right. Yeah. See. So, and I'm not. You don't have to comment on this. I like Bon Jovi so much better than I like Bruce Springsteen, because this is a guy to me who actually kind of puts his money where his mouth is and actually goes and does things in our community to really make a difference. Mm-hmm. Springsteen just makes social commentaries. That's what he does. He tells you, yeah. But Bon Jovi's out there, out in front, and and the fact that all the women I know, have incredible crushes on him. It is what it is. So, all right. So, Paul, now that we've established that you and John Bon Jovi are tight, now that we've established that you've been here for 37 years with your own business, something that you obviously started when you were about 11 years old. Now that we've established that you got into architecture because you designed a church underground to preserve a park, and then ended up going and checking out the football team in Italy for Notre Dame, which wasn't nearly as good as the one in South Bend. Now that we've established all those things, now comes really what we've all been waiting for, which is we've handed you the magic wand, we've given you the pixie dust, we've given you the ability to just shake your nose like Bewitched and make something happen in this wide universe of ours. Paul, what is it that you're doing?
If there was a way to streamline regulation for the building process, it has become so burdensome since when I started till now, especially at the Jersey Shore, because you have the FEMA regulations, you have the CAFA regulations, you have the local ordinances to come, and they don't always necessarily jive with each other. So we have to wade through that process. And
right.
The planning board process and the permit process has stymied so many development projects. Not that I want to see development on every corner, but it's just become so nearly impossible to get anything built.
Yeah, and it's crazy, some of it. I don't think folks even understand in just the most basic concept, which is the concept of impervious coverage, right? So the concept of impervious, could you explain what the concept of impervious coverage is? That's
any area that rainwater can't seep into the ground, meaning the building, a fiberglass deck, a concrete driveway, impervious coverage.
Okay, so good. So, for example, if you were in Monmouth County, right, most areas of Monmouth County, you could build 80% on a piece of land. So if you gave 1 acre of land, you could build 80%. You could build a structure on. Here in at the Jersey in Ocean County, for the most part, and definitely all of Tom's River,
right,
it's 30%.
Correct.
Right, and because the deal is that that according to these regulations, we're so close to the water, even though we're not, right, not any closer than some of these other communities. And so that in and of itself makes building and growth hard. And then you add in all the other. I mean, it's unbelievable. But so and it's gotten a lot worse in recent years, right?
Correct. And from township to township, it's not the same. So we need to really study each and every town for what their little quirks are.
Right. And really the worst part of the whole thing to me is that we put there's so much regulation on new construction. But yet the real problem is the construction that happened 30, 40 years ago. That's what's causing issues with the Barnegat Bay. That's what causes issues with our environment. Because, you and I, for sure, as people that have been here at the Jersey Shore for a long, long time, we value the environment, right?
Absolutely.
I know you care very deeply about the environment, and you love the natural beauty of the Jersey Shore.
Absolutely. We kayak every Sunday as much
Right.
as I can. It's one of my passions.
Right. So this is not about us, building a concrete jungle. It's just about us making smart decisions and maximizing, what we have the ability to maximize here. So that's a great one, Paul, and obviously one that's near and dear to your heart. So Paul, where do folks go if they want to learn more about Barlo and Associates?
Oh, we have a great website, barloarchitecture.com. You can certainly call the office, talk to me.
Okay. And what if I want to learn more about MODC?
That's a good one, too. That MODC has a great website, and their number is 732-751-8696.
Great. And we know Big Brothers, Big Sisters, BBBSOC. Yeah, .com or .com. Right?
So.
Big Brothers.
.org maybe.
Yeah, well, listen, you can look up. Listen, if you don't know how to use Google, just call Zach. He'll be happy to walk you through it. Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Ocean County.
732-505-3400.
There you go. And Paul, if I were to ask you, and I don't know if this could be a hard one. If I were to ask you, what is the project that you've done that you're the most proud of, the what you've designed, aside from an underground church? What is the one thing that you would point to and say, check it out, this is kind of the best representation of what we can do?
I would say the Beat Center is the most interesting project just because it's such a unique concept.
Yeah.
I mean, we did the band shell at Windward Beach, which I'm really proud of because I get to see everybody go down there and see the concerts and everything. So that's kind of cool. Some nice custom homes, but really the community projects are really important.
Can you give us the addresses of the homes we need to go to? No? All right.
Go to our website.
All right, cool. Yeah, you can check it out on the website. And listen, Paul Barlo, listen, I'm going to tell you, and I don't say this all the time, but I will say when you talk about the truly good guys here at the Jersey Shore, what I consider the folks that have not only done things great from an economic standpoint and from a building their business standpoint, but also have put in that sweat equity to kind of give back to our community. Paul Barlo would be at the top of that list, and that's why he so deservedly has been honored by many organizations, and that's why he is he's at the top of the MODC food chain right now. So, Paul, thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning.
I really appreciate the time.
Absolutely. And we'll be back with more Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin right after this.